Texans, Chiefs,
Has to.
Mahomes versus Watson. Two of the funnest offenses when they're clicking in the league to watch. I know it's easier to say after. Well, you know what, guys? Moment of silence for that Falcons defense after what Watson did.
You just listen to Ted. You could go read it, and we're gonna leave it at that.
Oh man! Hey, you know what? Look, you are a prime example, my friend, of what I've always said. If you could be honest with your assessment of your favorite football team, you can make a lot of money from a betting perspective. And you can also be a very smart fan. And I think you are that, because I remember I told the story when we were in Pennsylvania at Tommy's summer house.
I just walked in the door.
And I was like, bro, Falcons 11-5 NFC title game. You're like, you're crazy. You said a lot of other things, and we were boozing a little bit. But
I was just like, those lines, I don't know if you could trust their lines. Secondary, this lost two. They're veterans. I don't know what the younger players are going to look like. And Dirk Cutter is kind of another one of those coaches that's kind of outdated. It's someone that I'm not sure that should be getting any more jobs, but
right.
Yeah, it's all collapsed.
So, you know, he threw for, I believe, over 400 yards passing, 5 touchdowns. It was the first game since week 8 of last season that Watson didn't get sacked.
He didn't face any pressure. Like he took one hit, and that was just because he was scrambling out of the pocket. I think Alan Bailey got a hit on him, and it was actually roughing the passer, which makes it even worse.
Yeah, but, you know, it goes to show you, like, hey, can we get this guy some protection? Because I've always had a man crush on Watson. I think he's fantastic going back to his time over at Clemson. Remember Debo Sweetney came out, the Clemson head coach, and he said, Dabo. I said Debo. I kind of combined two names, but Dabo came out and said, hey, man, if you pass on this dude, it's going to be the Michael Jordan of the draft, right? And sometimes it's coach speak. It's like, yeah, I'm going to talk about my guy. But then again, if you think about the flip side, Brian Kelly at Notre Dame, Deshaun Kaiser's not ready for the pros, should have came back. Urban Meyer, Dwayne Haskins, he's not ready for the pros, he should have came back. This guy was like, yeah, he was ready 2 years ago. Like, you guys are going to make a mistake if you pass up on him. And, you know, the forgotten son of that draft class is Mitchell Trubisky. The only time he's brought up is because of, damn, they traded up to get him in that same draft class.
Chicago fans are just punching the walls right now.
But I came out with a take, and tell me how you feel about this. I think I made this comparison last year, and then a lot of more people are making it this year and whatnot, between Steph Curry and Pat Mahomes, as far as their aura and their appeal to the non-football and basketball fan, where now when you go to a Golden State game, whether they're playing at home at the Oracle, or I don't even know the new venue that they're playing, they just moved. We should have asked Ted that one. Maybe he knew the name of the arena. But people go to Warriors games because they are fascinated by his warm-up and the dribbling the two basketballs and pulling from half court like it's effortless. And then he does that signature shot from the walkout and the path into the tunnel, I should say. And same thing with Pat Mahomes. Pat Mahomes started going viral because he's throwing these like 80-yard throws for no reason. Like, he's just airing out bombs. Steph Curry is Pat Mahomes. Deshaun Watson. Are you ready for an NBA player comp? Damian Lillard.
Okay.
Damian Lillard pulls up from 35, 40 feet. Also, Logo Lillard has been his new nickname. He's been doing it for a long time, but he hits that shot against the Thunder in the playoffs, and then it's on a national stage where I don't know how many people watch the Blazers. Mm-hmm. They're actually my favorite League Pass team because Damian Lillard is my favorite player in the NBA. And Watson, I think if Watson was not in the same draft class as Pat Mahomes, was not compared to Pat Mahomes as far as like style of play, I think more people would be talking about Watson the same way I think more people would be talking about Lillard if the better version of these guys weren't playing at the same time they were.